Charlier and Briel working in concert, great skills under huge pressure. Briel takes it all away and scores a little masterpiece.
So if you need to pick between the World Cup and the Olympic, you will choose the Olympic. What do you think is the most common reason of why people fail in hockey, in the sport? So, hi everyone, welcome to a new podcast. Today is a very special day because I'm starting the episode 1 of this first season with a person who has been playing for more than 359 caps for the Red Lions, won the silver medal in the Olympic Games in Brazil 2016, gold medal in the World Cup in India 2018, gold in the Olympic Games in Tokyo. So welcome to Thomas Briels in the podcast.
Thank you.
I don't know if I missed something. I'm sure I missed many achievements in such a successful career.
I think that were the best ones.
That was the best one, no?
Yeah.
Yes. So first of all, thank you to be here on the podcast.
My pleasure.
How is it going? Everything's going well?
It's going well. I stopped with the national team 3 years ago after the Olympics of Tokyo. I'm still playing at Brexkada in the first division in Belgium, and I'm a dad, so that's a big change.
Big change,
yeah.
Big challenge.
A big
also.
Challenge as well. Yes.
You live one big challenge to get another big challenge.
Yeah, that's life, part of life, I think.
Exactly. Yeah. And how is going in Brax? Good?
Yeah, it's good. We have a really nice team, young team, motivated guys, and also we got Arthur van Doren that came to the team this year, and we got Pirmin Blaak, of course. One of the best goalies of the world. So we have a strong team.
Strong team.
So we're looking good.
Perfect. So obviously the idea is to know a bit more of you, yes, about your career, how everything started, how did you start, how it's going, how did you start playing hockey?
Yeah, for me it was really a family thing. My grandmother was the first person in our family that started playing hockey still on grass, and then my mother played, my uncles played. My mother learned to know my father by hockey, so my father was also a player. He played for the national team as well, and then my father and mother got 3 kids. I'm a triplet, so I have a brother and sister of the same age. When we were I think 1 year old, we were at the hockey, and we started hockey. So it was
where did you start?
At Dragons.
In Dragons.
Yes.
Okay. And you stay in Dragons until...
Yeah, I played my whole youth in Dragons till I was 19 years old, 20 years old, and then I got a phone call from Holland, from Oranje Zwart was called back then. Now it's Oranje Rood. They were looking for a striker. Back in the day, it was a really big difference between Holland and Belgium, between the levels. So there was also no Belgian player playing in Holland. So for me, it was a big step going from a young Belgian guy to Holland, the professional league. For me it was a really good step, and I stayed there I played 13 years in Holland.
Oh, a lot. And then you come back to Belgium. Yeah,
so I played 7 years for Oranje Zwart. We became champion in Holland. Then I went 2 years back to Dragons. We became champion in Belgium with Dragons 2 years, and then I went back to Holland because I missed the club and the people in Eindhoven. Yeah. And then I still stayed for 6 years, and then I moved to Brexkada after. So this is my second year at Brexkada.
It's amazing when a club become a family to live.
I felt really at home in Eindhoven, and I grew up there. So I missed it. I missed it there.
And which one was the biggest challenge for you in that moment? It was the way of moving to a new country, everything new for you. That was the biggest challenge.
It's pretty close. Belgium, Holland was, and also Eindhoven, Antwerp is pretty close. So that was not a big challenge, but especially the level was a big challenge, and I was used to always being the best of the team in the youth, and also in the Belgium league in the beginning. The level was not that high, and then I went to Holland and I played with Jeroen Delmee. I played with Robert van der Horst, Rob Rekers, Rob Hammond, all those superstars.
Yes.
And then the first 2 years were really tough. I really needed to prove myself, and I didn't play as much. I didn't have the level that I wanted, so I grew up pretty quickly in those years.
Yes, yes. And how the first call to start to play for the Red Lions came? You start from the juniors in the Red
I played under 18,
Yes.
and then I played under 21, and we had a tournament. And after that tournament, the coach was Charles Bonnet. He asked me to do a match in the summer, a practice match, and I played pretty good. And then I was invited in the squad, and I never left.
Incredible. And you play such many tournaments with the national team. There is anyone you say this one was quite special for you?
There are a lot of special tournaments, a lot of ups and downs as well. I think even the tournaments that weren't so good, we had a lot of crisis meetings or changing of coaches or things like that. Was always a big experience, but for me, of course, the Olympic Games were really special. In the beginning 2008, it's crazy that you're there, 20 years old. You see all those famous athletes, and you're at the biggest event of the world. It's crazy, and then 12 years later, you're playing at the Olympics and you're playing in the finals. That's always a big honor, I think, as an athlete to compete at the biggest event.
So if you need to pick between the World Cup and the Olympic, you will choose the Olympic. That's a tough question. Eh?
No, I get this question a lot, and I thought about it a lot, but I think I would pick the World Cup in 2018 because that was the first time we won something with Belgium. The first time in history. We won and also world champion of hockey. I remember when I was little, I saw Holland becoming world champion in 2000, Pakistan world champion. It was also like the legends and the legacy. And for Belgium becoming world champion, it's crazy.
And has been always your dream to play for the Red Lions, or you just try to enjoy and that's...
I remember having a poster of the national team in my room, but then it was not really like the stars we looked up at because they lost a lot, and we weren't. The level was not that good. It was not professional. They didn't train as much than they train now, and now all the little kids really look up to all the national team players.
Yes, I know. Obviously, I'm a coach, and there's a lot of kids and they dream to be there.
But it's also more visible now.
Yes,
you have Instagram. It's on TV.
Yes,
we couldn't watch anything
back your time.
No.
I understand. Yes, and there is something that you would like to know back in that moment than you know now. When you start to play for Lions, or
I think I was always pretty critical about myself in the beginning, and always putting a lot of pressure on myself, or never being happy, and that's what I say. Try to teach the younger guys as well. Now with the under 21s, I'm an assistant coach as well. That it's okay to have a training or a match that's not going well. You can't always perform at you will make mistakes, and
that's part of the process. It's normal,
and don't put the bar it's good to try and be the best you can be, but I always wanted to be like best of the world, and I thought I can do the same that I always did in the youth, dribble 3-4 guys and score a goal, but like international hockey, it's not possible.
Does that influence you to maybe don't enjoy the process than you did? Or?
You're always busy to become better. You're never happy. You're never satisfied, and that's you put a lot of pressure on yourself. So you don't really enjoy because you're not happy with your performance.
So if you need to give an advice to a kid now, is to try to enjoy the process as much as you can.
Still put the bar high and still try to become better, but accept that you will have lesser days and a lesser match, or I think try to do your role for the team as best as you can, and try to
Yes.
evolve as a person and as an athlete. Yeah.
And I think many kids also will like to know what does it take to be an elite athlete. What you need to live outside to become an elite athlete.
Yeah, I think it's important to put the sports on one, and everything. All the choices you make, it's always in the back of your mind. Hockey is number one. If it is study, if it is social with friends, holidays, things you can't be with your family, you need to go sleep earlier. You can't go out with your friends. Try to eat healthy, because in the back of the mind you're like, okay, I need to perform. I need to become better. And what do I need to be 100% at the next training?
Yeah.
And that's like a mindset and habits you evolve and you try to become better. And I notice it now. Now I'm older, I have a kid, I'm busy with different projects. Hockey is not the most important thing in my life now, and I feel that it's on training it's harder, because I don't sleep as I used to sleep. My timing of eating is also not the same, because I'm busy with all different things. So when I was younger and I was really a professional athlete, hockey was just number one. You know,
exactly.
I studied, but it was like not so important. I had a girlfriend, it was also important, but I mean, hockey was always number one. Yeah.
Yes, and I imagine that all the athletes also have a fail during their career.
Yeah.
Do you have one, and what do you learn from that?
There are many ups and downs. I mean, I lost a lot of games, a lot of finals. My first win was when I was 27, I think. Everything before I lost.
Exactly.
So every time you learn about the team, you learn about yourself. I think that's really important to shape, not only as an athlete but as the person you become. And then you have non-selections. I had one in 2015, not selected for the European Cup. It was the first time in 9 years I was not selected for the national team. And then at the end of my career, I had a non-selection for the Olympics, put in as a reserve player. In the end, I played almost all the games, but those moments are tough, especially if it's your life and you work really hard for it. But again, it shapes who you are.
And how does affect in the mindset from a player? Do you keep working? You maybe need your time. How do you manage
I think
that?
it's really individual. Some players need more time than others. Sometimes some players need some rest. Some players need to be with friends, with family. Some players want to work the next day to become better. It always pushed me becoming better and trying to be in a place where I could help the team. If we lost something, I thought I need to become better so I can try and help the team win and reach our goals. And if I was not selected personally, my mindset was I need to become better and need to become more fit, and I need to make sure they can't go around me. And I think that's the right mindset to have. But everybody is different, and it depends a bit individually how you react and how much time you need to give it a place.
And after your career, and now as an assistant coach from the national team, from the under 21, what do you think is the most common reason of why people fail in hockey, in the sport?
I think a lot of it is mindset and mentally. I mean, everybody can go to the gym, can work out, can become fit. Everybody can. Some people are more technical than other players, but I saw not really technical players become very technical because they worked really hard on it. Tactically, everybody can watch video and learn more about the game, and I think that's the same with teams as well. Everybody, if you see that the best teams against each other, everybody is physically good, everybody is tactically good, everybody is well prepared, everybody is technically good, and then whereas the difference is how you connect as a team. I think it's as an individual athlete is the same. I mean, it's what's your mindset?
It's the attitude, The attitude.
Yeah.
Most of the time,
and also the fire. You know.
Yes.
How bad do you want it, and not lying to yourself, and saying you want it, but still I can do this or this or this.
Do you also think that the attitude beat the talent?
I think there is part talent. Talent makes it easier for sure.
Yes.
I think for sure everybody that plays at the highest level has talent. I mean, without any talent, it's going to be really difficult.
Yeah.
But I don't think talent. I saw a lot of really talented players not making it, and I saw a lot of players that maybe had less talent becoming really successful and really good. So I think it's mindset and the fire within, like how bad do you want and what are you going to do to get there, even if there is no certainty that you're going to be selected, or there's no certainty that you will play the big events or you will win anything, but still you need to try to do it.
It's quite important, all the mental things and everything. Now we saw that there is one player from the Netherlands who just has a break.
Yeah.
I don't know if you see it.
Yeah, so
how much it's important for you, the mental health in an athlete?
Yeah, it's really important if you want to have a long career. And I always saw it really black and white during my career. And I'm now at the really end of my career, but I had a long career from 19 years old till I'm now 37. And it's important, to be focused when you need to be focused and work hard when you need to work hard. And then when there's time, also to let go and to refresh and to connect with friends, have something besides hockey as well, other interests, to get your energy from other sources. And then when it's time to focus again, then you can switch again. And I always had really full in, and then also really letting it go. I think the balance is really important. It's impossible to be 365 days a year, mentally full on, then you break yourself.
So for you, it's always good to have your time with your family, your friends. If you can make your time without hockey, it's good also for
I think it's really important. Take your time off when you can, and then go full in when you are there. But also take some time for yourself.
Have you in this long career visit a professional to talk about all of this, like a sports psychology or something?
When we were younger in the team, we had a lot of sessions with sports psychology, and then we had individual sessions as well. I think until 2014, so from 2008 to 2014, where you learned a lot about MBTI as well, profiles, things like that. I think I have 7 or 8 books. We did it in the clubs as well, trying to know each other as well, which personality, how do somebody communicate. I think it's really valuable, but it's those books or those MBTIs is just I think an opening to start communicating with each other. And I think that's really important in a team, and I think you learn a lot playing in a team with just talking with each other.
Exactly. And now after your end of career in the Red Lions, I know you have a new platform. Yes. Tell me more about it. How did you start? What is the idea? What's the goal with the platform?
So the platform is called Lead, so Lead Field Hockey. And when I stopped playing after Tokyo, I got a call from a club in Brussels, Merode, to ask them help them out with the players, the trainers, coaching, education, the board as well. They wanted to become more professional and things like that. Really, really nice people. And then I started working with the trainers and coaches, and I noticed, they're really young clubs. They don't have a lot of experience. For me, it's really nice to be able to share my experience and my knowledge that, I'm playing hockey since 30 years or 32 years.
Yes.
And then I got some calls from other clubs as well, and I thought, it's nice to be at one club and share everything, but then you can only help one club or 20 or 30 trainers, coaches. I started brainstorming a little bit with my brother as well, like, okay, how can we help more people? And maybe not only Belgium, but also imagine a trainer in Chile or a coach or a player that want to become better. Like, how do this person get really good information and knowledge? It's really difficult.
Yes.
I mean, you can find a lot on internet, left and right, and YouTube, left and right, but it's not structured. It's difficult. You need to search long.
And it's also good that we live in a moment where the internet is part of the life from everyone. So you can find everything there. So it's an online video platform, and with technical courses and 2D exercises, and it's well structured, based on levels, so the trainers, coaches can go through the platform, get really quality information, and it's not only from me. So I think it's important to give the platform to a lot of experienced players, experienced coaches, that explain their knowledge and their experience and help to grow the sport. It's going really well. We work with 15 clubs now for the moment. So now we're only working with clubs. We also do coaching sessions at the clubs. And the idea is to go to B2C. So like maybe in a year, just an individual trainer, coach, player, or a mother or father that is interested can just buy an account and have all the quality information there. And it's only players from Belgium involved in the platform, or you are also involving players?
So I work with Lucas Martinez that will be on the podcast as well. So he helps me with the content, but also with coaching sessions. I have Thiago de Souza from Portugal. He writes exercises, also helps me with coaching and trainer courses, and I give a lot of camps in Belgium, and he helps me as well with the camps. Really, really nice guy, and also really good trainer. Also really good with the kids. And then I have Emily Calderon, who is the video analyst from the Red Lions, assistant coach from Redux. She's there from the beginning, so she does a lot. And my brother is more behind the scenes, working on the back end from the platform, and more all those operational kind of things. So
which one will be the
and Jelle Galema is doing sales in Holland, and also giving coaching sessions.
Perfect.
So it's
going
pretty good.
And which one is the goal? Which one will be the perfect scenario for you with the platform?
I think keep evolving the platform as well, getting more features on it, and trying to build something that really can make the life from a trainer or coach more easy, and can really help players to evolve their games and get the really good knowledge. Like they get the right technique, so they learn from a young age how to play hockey, and give them the best possible information to become a top player, or even recreational, just good quality information, so you can enjoy your training. You have good trainings that are prepared. If you want to learn a new technique, you know how to learn a new technique, and just to have fun. I think that's important. If you train, you want to have fun, and when the training is well prepared, then you have fun.
It's now only for coaches, trainers, and the club. It will be in some points maybe also for players, and they can go to the platform, maybe look for exercise, and also use it. It will be in some point that also available, or it's already.
I think players can use it as well. I think now it's a bit more focused on trainers and coaches, but players that want to develop themselves. And there's also player and coaching interviews, a bit like we do now, with some motivational things, and also players that share their experience, like how to become a top athlete. If you really want to achieve that, and for example, a lot of questions like if you come from a small club, does it mean then you still can be an international player? I think you can, and there are a lot of examples of it. So I think it's a way to motivate, inspire people. I always try to do it and to promote hockey when I was a player, and now when I stop, I can still continue to do it via this platform.
Yes, I become from a really small club, 150 players. Yes, and from our club we have many players that went through the national team. So I know that not because you come from a big club or a small club, it's gonna decide which one is going to be your future as a player. Yeah,
but I think then from the small clubs, probably you had good trainers. So I think that's, and you see it in Belgium, the sport grows so hard. A lot of new clubs, a lot of people that are interested in hockey, but don't have the background.
Exactly.
And then they are in charge of coaching a team or training a team, and they need to have the information from
exactly. And I also am asking because we have also players and they really want to go to the field to train, but maybe the time between the coaches and our trainings and the players is not the same, so they can help the player to go and train. And it's always good that the player have that access to a platform where they can see videos and they can learn from the videos, and they can go alone to the field and also do the exercise, because I saw the videos in the platform and are really good. The explanation are perfect. Your coaches and players give all the details that we need to know to be able to explain to the players. So I think it's also really good for players to be able to access. And if they want to go to the field, they know what they need to do. And because the videos are really well explaining, they can go alone also to the field, because, as I say, it's difficult sometimes to match times with the trainers and coaches, with the players. And the times are difficult because also many trainers or coaches have another job also, so maybe the players, they have 1 hour, they want to go to the field, they have a video there so they can.
I remember when I was young and it was holidays or a time off, I went with the bike, I went to the field and I was just getting balls and being alone and trying techniques on the field and hitting on goal and things like that. So but I always had really good trainers, because when I was young, all the guys from the first team, they also gave training. And now we have so much training, so not a lot of people that play in the first team, or imagine international players, they are like all day on the field, every day. They're not gonna give training, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I think, like you say, I think it's for players as well, and in the end it's just to give back and share the experience and knowledge, not only from me, but from a lot of different international players, coaches from different countries, men, women, to help the sport grow. Because
is LEAD also focusing campus stages, or only at only the platform? Like you give stages during the holidays?
So I do hockey camps together with Sportways now for 3 years already. I started 8 years ago in Holland with 1 week. Now we do it since 3 years in Belgium at 8 clubs. So a lot of LEAD clubs. We also organize camps.
Exactly.
It was called Briels camp, so my name, powered by Sportways, but we're gonna now change it to LEAD camps. And the idea is to have high quality trainers at the camps that we also do. So next week we have an education day, so we let all the trainers come and we educate them, and I think that's really important. So you have high quality directors at the camp and trainers at the camp, so the quality of the exercises, the quality of the level is guaranteed, and that's why we don't accept all clubs, because we don't have enough good quality trainers and directors to put at the camps. So we try to grow step by step, but you need the trainers.
Exactly, yeah.
And you need good trainers, and it's
Yeah.
not easy to
It's
find
nice.
good trainers. So
Exactly.
you need to educate the trainers, and that's what
Yeah.
I say to the clubs as well. Invest in your education of the young trainers now, because they teach the kids and the next generation of,
Yes.
of trainers. So
Exactly. Yeah, that's really important. Eh? And when you plan a camp, a hockey camp, do you really focus in the hockey, or you also want the kids to have fun during they are also learning?
yeah, I think it's both. It goes both ways. My kids needs to go home and they need to have like, oh, we had so much fun today. Tomorrow I want to go back. But you want them to also learn some new things, because if they learn new things, that they also find fun and exciting to learn new things. So you need to challenge them a bit, but you also want them to be successful. So it can't be too difficult. And in the end, we always make tournaments, and then we do it during the whole week.
Yes.
You keep scores with the tournament team, and then the sportway staff is really trained on. The motivation, engagement, being positive, a lot of energy. And I think that's important as a trainer. If you're on the pitch, give a lot of energy, because the more energy you give, the more energy you're gonna get back from the kids. If you're a trainer that's like watching on your phone or hands in the pocket, not interacting, then the kids,
you don't show anything to the players.
No. So if I'm giving training, I'm dead after training. Because I have balls, I throw balls in, I motivate them, I go like...
You try to be the example, no? Also,
like the energy you want to see on the field, you need to bring it yourself as a trainer. So I think that's really important.
Exactly. And do you only learn when you have fun, or you also learn when you're not having fun? Because that's also part of a lot of things that the kids say, oh, I'm not having fun now, I don't want to do this. Do you think that players only learn when they have fun, or there is moments where you don't want to have fun, but you are also learning, and that's moments that you need to put more attitude to maybe focus?
I think it's also individual. Some people like really basic skill drills, for example. You can have fun being like just stopping a ball and hitting a ball hard, stopping a ball, hitting a ball hard, repetitive. Some people think it's fun. Sometimes you learn from a video meeting, and some people think it's really interesting, the tactics, and then other players, after 2 minutes, they're like, oh, I don't want to see tactics, I want to be on the pitch playing, you know. So it's really individual. I don't think you always need to have fun to learn. Some things are just repetitive. I mean, if you want to become good in something, you need to do some things a lot. And hockey is a really technical sport, so I did the same drills. Like you do the same drill again, and then you do it on higher speed, and then you do it on full speed, and try to master. So like your brain and your muscles are connected, and they already know, and it's not per se really fun to do it 100 times, but when it works in a match, then it becomes fun.
Exactly, yeah. And for finish, like, do you want to... Can you give any advice to the kids that they want to maybe become a Red Lion or play for the Damas? Any advice you could give to any kids?
I think it's really important. Like, how motivated are you? Really the fire, and what do you want to do, or how much do you want to set aside to achieve that goal? I think it's important to have fun, because if you drill kids and they're really young and they need to train already 6 times a week, by the age of 14 they're sick of it, I think. So I think now it's like they need to do so much. So I think you need to take that into account, so it stays fun, and you have the hunger to go to the pitch. You can't wait till Saturday, because then it's game day. I remember when I was young and it's Saturday morning, and I was like, best day of the week, because we had a game. But I only trained 2 times when I was in the youth, and now they train minimum 3 times, and maybe 4 times. I think that the hunger, the fire, the motivation. Also, don't put too much pressure on yourself, and try to become better yourself. Don't compare to other players. Just try to become the best you can be. And look at your own qualities. What are your strengths, your USPs, and how can you improve them? And see what your role can be in the team, and try to do that role really, really well. Instead of becoming the best of the best, try to develop yourself in your really strong points, I think.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
For the podcast, to be able to share your experience, to talk about your Leeds platform, and I think it's really good in this moment for everyone to become better, the coaches, trainers, and also the players. So really appreciate you use your time to make other people get better.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.